All right, the shower doors, the Ready doors. You get these actually on Towel Ready site. So if you want to save 10%, make sure you use that link down below and use my coupon. 10% is a big deal when it comes to this. It'll ship to your home. So I got a sliding glass door in this situation, and the main reason was because I have a toilet here, and I don't want to have anything. It's such a small bathroom. I don't want to have a swing coming out of the out into the space. So anything you could minimize, you know, having movement, have to walk around things, the better off you are. But I do like swing doors. I think they're the easiest to clean. And when you get a wall-mounted one, I mean, they just look fantastic. So if you have a big enough bathroom, I would definitely recommend the swinging door. But in this situation, we're just doing a slider, and we're gonna have a fixed panel on the side of the toilet. There's no sense in having any type of bypass on this side as well. So this is a very easy, these frameless glass doors are awesome. These are 3/8 inch glass. I highly recommend, if you don't go with Towel Ready or if you go with anybody else, just make sure you get the 3/8 inch glass. The 1/4 inch stuff is very flimsy. It might save you $300 or $400, but the likelihood of you damaging it or having a problem with it, I mean, it's a huge difference between 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch glass. The only other thing I want to mention about glass is you really have to be careful. It's this tempered glass is super strong on the surface. Like, you can almost hit a hammer on the front of this and be fine. But if you nick the side or hit something on the side, especially these corners, the whole thing can shatter. So that is really a problem when it comes to installation. Once the doors are in, there's usually never an issue where you're putting that much stress on the edges of the glass. But tempered glass can shatter if you hit it off of the tile. So make sure you have something that you put down, put it on a soft surface is basically what I'm saying. So very streamlined installation. This is going to be very quick and easy. So essentially, the first step we want to do is just make sure that our curb is level. We kind of did that when we were installing it. But if you were unlevel in any way, you just kind of want to reference that and know which side is your high side. So honestly, right now, yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit, it's like maybe a 1/16. So I'm high on this side over here. So this is where I want to make my measurement, because you can, you know, if you started from the low side, then your doors are going to hit the bottom of the curb. So you have to measure from your high side, and then this has a variance. I think it's almost a 1/2 inch that you can be out and still make these doors work. Sliders are very, can overcome a lot. So, yeah, so start from your high side. So we got a 76 inch shower door system. So 76, and then you want to subtract 1/2 inch. So 75.5. That's where we want to make a mark for the top of our header track. You know, the minimum, yeah, so 75.5, that's what you want it. Let's just take a look what this looks like on this side. Boy, that's pretty much the same. Let me make sure I'm measuring at the right side, right in the center of the curb here, see where we're at. 75.5. 75, okay, I don't know. It's completely level. So, but yeah, the minimum height, you want to be a 1/2 inch below whatever size door. I think they make a 72 inch door. And they also make the 76. All right, so we got that established. Now let's go ahead and put our U channel down on the base, and we just want to center this within the curb. So let's go ahead and measure our curb, 57 3/8. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so we want to, this is going to be, our fixed panel is going to slide into here, and then our inside door will be sliding inside of this. So, you know, reference what you want, whatever you want to have to do. Just know that your actual slider is going to be on the inside of this. So, you know, if you want to make the slider part of this the center of the curb, you can go and do so. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to center it up. Go ahead and mark. We'll put holes. So since we're doing a lot of porcelain tile, I got a one for my grinder. This really makes it a lot faster and easier. Just keep it cool. Like I said, a lot faster. Now, if you remember, this curb is waterproof about 1 inch below the tile. So we have basically from the top of the tile to the bottom of where you don't want to go all the way through is about 1.5 inches. So we got plenty of room to be able to drill. So just, you know, kind of reference, just get through the tile essentially. But I tell you what, this probably only cost as much as one of those bits for the drill, and it saves a heck of a lot of time. Let me just cut the plugs. Okay, and I would advise putting some clear silicone across the base of this. Put a little bit on the holes you just did. But as long as you don't go through that curb, you know, it doesn't, you'll be fine. And then the screws that come with are 1.5 inches. So these are probably okay, but I'm gonna just cut them down a little bit, just so that they don't penetrate all the way through. And these plugs that they come with are made for 3/8. It probably are 3/16 inch holes. I'm using 1/4 inch. So I just got these anchors. I kind of like these ones better, but these ones would still work. I mean, they have a little bit of a tapered edge, but nice. So that makes a nice seal, and we'll caulk on the inside once we get to that part. So now put a couple of these 1/8 inch spacers in here. We're going to dry fit the door and just mark the U-channel of where we need to be. So put 3 of these in here. So that's where we want it to be. So that'll be our U-channel here. So 73 1/4. It's already 73 1/4. Okay. Pre-drill a little bit. All right, we're going to dry fit this again. Check for levelness on it. Yep, looks pretty good. All right, so before we put this door in, we're going to put some anchors in for the top rail. Okay, so we're cutting right at that 1/2 inch below the actual height of the glass. So that's 75 1/2 on this particular model. So I'm just going to use the cheaper silicone to fill this. So on this gun, I have this water clear silicone. This stuff is amazing. This is what you want to do your finish stuff with, because you're going to want to seal a little bit against the glass and then against your tile. And this stuff is so clear, it lasts a really long time. But for filling this, I'm just going to use the regular stuff that's not so expensive. Okay, so you need to have 1.5 inches less than your total opening. So we got 58 5/8. We'll make it 56 and 1/8. Okay, nice solid bore. There we go. Just have this by 1/4 inch away from the glass. Okay, so gotta get this little cover on this channel. So we got 28 3/4. Okay. Okay, so the way you adjust this, there's a little set screw up here at top. You loosen it, and then you can take, so the roller, you can adjust by loosening the cam, and then basically moving this up or down. So if you're off, so I'm like a 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch, I could just slightly move this until the roller meets my glass, and then tighten this. So you have quite a bit of leg room, and then you can adjust this back as well if you need to. So if you have a lot, like more than a 1/2 inch or something you need to do, that's the way you would do it. But you want to just make sure that glass is nice and tight. All right, and then what we want to do is find the edge of our glass here. So this guy is going to be right here. Okay, so this just gets drilled right into the curb. All right, so before you put the door into place, you want to clean the glass because any smears you got on it. And I'd also recommend siliconing your U-channel before you put the slider in so that you can do it effectively. So again, I'm using the water clear silicone for my finished silicone. I think this is really worth the extra money because it's really, really clear, and it's gonna last a really long time. So we'll just go right against the side and the bottom here. And I do have some silicone oozing out of my glass here. I'm going to cut that tomorrow and clean that up. But there's really nothing you can do with it right now, or you're going to cause yourself a lot of pain with smearing silicone on the glass. Okay, now we'll get our bumper back in here. Nice glider, very easy. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's a really simple installation. Looks great, feels solid. Yeah. All right, let me grab this stuff out of here. All right, so that completes the course. Thanks so much for enrolling. Be sure to check out the other videos down below. I have different scenarios, different tile installations, and a different shower screen aspect, which actually might be a great idea. I love these shower doors, but they are something that always constantly needs cleaned. And in a shower like this, you could just use a shower screen. Well, not in this one, I don't think, just because the toilet's right here. I just don't think there's enough space. Normally you want to have a little bit deeper of a shower to make that work. But anyways, many different options you can finish this off with. But yeah, I'm hoping that this really helped you out. Leave a comment down below any tutorial, and you can always sign up for a coaching session. More than happy to help you one-on-one. And just to give you a little bit of time reference, this was basically the 7th day of completing this. So make sure you just scroll up and see what each day entailed. And it was really not that hard working days, to tell you the truth. I mean, the longest day was about 6 hours. And then today was only about 4 hours to complete the install of all of this. So, that all speed comes with time and experience. But yeah, I'm hoping some of the tips I gave you in this entire course will help speed up the process for you. So anyways, please leave a review. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your shower went. Love to hear more. And I will be working on my next course. We got a couple more bathrooms to do, so I want to show you some different aspects about that. Oh, and one more thing. If you're a contractor, definitely tell your client that they should paint the bathroom, or you give a quote to paint as well. We're still going to have to do a couple of things here. We're going to have to do some basically latex caulking here, and basically this purple looks awful in here. So we're going to repaint everything in here, and it's nice to be able to think that you can do a shower without having to do that, but chances are there's just no way around it. Once I caulk this white, it's going to look awful. It's going to look like it needs painted. So be sure to address that and make sure that they know that they, whether they do it themselves or you do it, make sure you charge accordingly.